What's up, Cereal Bowls? It's your boy InsaneAppleJackz here once again with the Atomic Game Squad. How are you all doing? Because I am doing super duper great once again. It has been officially another week in the chapter of my college adventure, which means now I have 3 weeks down, which is something pretty lovely. And did I mention that it was Friday? So I'm back here for you lovely people of the Cereal Bowl Nation up here making a video. And as you can see right now in the background, I'm playing, well, I have some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 going with a team deathmatch, and yeah. So lately, in between classes and whenever I actually got a break, I've been sitting up here and I've just been catching up on TV and stuff like that, and I've actually been enjoying that a lot. It's been a while since I've just sat up here and gotten a chance to watch a show and try to actually finish it, and it's pretty cool until our favorite friend, the commercial, had to come and interrupt as usual. And to be honest, I wouldn't have a problem with it if these commercials nowadays weren't so fucking terrible. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some good commercials out there that make you want to own the product or just see them again, but sometimes that's not even enough to sit up here and actually save a commercial anymore, because sometimes these commercials are either just aired on the wrong networks or aired at the wrong time and just seem like a real inconvenience because they have nothing to do with the viewer that's currently watching. And I mean, have you ever considered that maybe that's why TV's becoming so bad nowadays? Not to say that TV's all bad, but you feel me, if you sit up here and your commercials are like half of your time on the show, and then you sit up here and most of those commercials are just like really fucking horrible or really impractical for whoever's viewing it, it's just like, fuck you and all this other bullshit. Because I can remember growing up where it sat up here and it seemed like at least the person who was sitting up here bothering you during your favorite show with all these commercials, they actually gave a fuck because they sat up here and they knew their demographic and they knew how to target you. Instead of nowadays where it seems like it's just some really pissed off dude that's mad that he has to actually deal with commercials every time his shift's over. So he's just sending a giant fuck you to everyone by putting on commercials during times on channels that have nothing to do with the viewer audience. Because most of the time it sits up here like you're living through a tedious task by just going through a 2 to 3 minute commercial break when you're supposed to be able to enjoy yourself and see some product that you might like. And I know people are saying, well, if you don't like the commercial, well, just sit up here and go grab something or do something in between that time. But that's how they get you to sit up here and miss part of the show, and then they sit up here and they get you to go pay for Netflix and all that extra shit just so you can watch that extra few minutes anyways. But yeah, because you're sitting up here and basically gambling your time every time you sit up here and you have to go through a break, because it could be something really fucking awesome like that Doritos commercial or that Old Spice commercial you really like, and it brings you so much joy and it just makes you want to go buy the product even though you know you're sitting up here getting tricked into it. But at the same time, you didn't really even mind being tricked by this kind of stuff because it's set up here and it created an atmosphere for itself instead of just sitting up here talking about buy me. And it was even placed at the right timing because it knew when to give you a break from the show so you can actually analyze what's going on while at the same time finding something that you actually wanted to buy. And it's just like, oh, cool. But like commercials nowadays, they feel really awkwardly placed, awkwardly written, and just like they don't get the overall audience that they're trying to reach. Like nowadays, I sit up here and sometimes I'm just watching like cartoons and shit, and I see a condom commercial and I'm like, whoa. And people sit up here and complain about their kids growing up too fast and all this shit, and I'm not the one that's going to try to sit up here and preach to you about this, but it's just funny because people complain about like, oh, too much violence in movies and all this other stuff, but nobody sits up here like, this commercial is in a bad place. And I know somebody sitting up here like, well, that's for the parents who sit up here and watch their shows with their children. And all I'm going to say to you is bullshit. They know what they were doing there. You know what I really miss about commercials still? most of them knew their boundaries back in the day. They knew that somebody might always be out there eating or something while watching this, so let's not fuck over our product by pissing them off. And yes, I know they're just trying to get their stuff out there and get the information and all this other shit, but really, why must a commercial about bad injuries, nasty household things, or any other thing of that nature come on whenever I have a plate in front of me? Like, legit. And this brings me back to like a convo me and a friend were having the other week. So I hear this chick talking about this show Orange is the New Black, and she sounds like she knows all about it and all this stuff, and a bunch of people been talking about it near me lately, so I didn't really even know the deal about it, and I'm like, because legit, I don't know. And she hits me with this whole, well, in a world where men run TV, it's refreshing as a show. Now, ladies, y'all know I love y'all. This might sound a little petty, but hold all the fuck up. And all I'm gonna say before I get myself in too much trouble, if it was truly like that, do you think there would really be so many commercials about feminine products? I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, some females don't even like those commercials, so to be honest, who the fuck is funding this shit? Anyways, popping up at the wrong time, and y'all know what I'm talking about, or at least a lot should know what I'm talking about. You know my pain. I mean, cause it's not just TV, it's all on video websites and more, and it's just like people get pissed off about this shit, and I feel y'all. Because it pisses me off too, especially if it's not a product that relates to me, and I'm like, I can't skip it, which sounds dumb coming from a YouTuber and shit, but I try to chill too, and I know those people who sit up here and pay all that extra money for all these streaming sites, so they sit up here and they be super salty though when the you can't skip thing applies to them. I know it, admit it, go ahead. But nah, this was just chilling on my mind, and I'm not saying fuck commercials completely. I'm just saying stop being that dick and learn your demographic and like actually give people something in the range of what actually fits for them or describes your product decently. Cause nowadays people need more than your average commercial going like, "Hey, you there on the couch. Who, me? Yes, you. Do you have an amount of cash that you are currently holding on to and do not need or do not wish to spend?" I guess. Well, look no further for a place to waste your cash on something that does not work, is overpriced, and you most likely do not need it because it is a total ripoff. Just order now from www.itsascam.com. And you could join the exclusive club of the many people that we have already ripped off with this product. Still not convinced? Well, here's our totally paid actor who I've never seen and would never use this item in their own household. I mean, you don't know that. Cut the camera. Cut the camera. And that's how commercials are made. So remember kids, always wear protection, or you might end up making a bad commercial just like this. You really mean it? Yeah. This is a message for your inappropriate ad placement. The more you know. Yeah, I'll catch y'all all at the end of the box. Alright. What's up, cereal bowls? Welcome to the end of the box. I just want to say thank you all for staying this long in the video, and I really appreciate you all as always, and I just want to thank you for watching the video, period, and always supporting. So yeah, woo! I hope you actually enjoyed that video, and this was something that was really just lingering on my mind, so I was like, oh, I'll do a video about it. And I hope you liked the video, if you actually liked the video, because it'll show me that I'm doing something right, or something like that. And don't forget to leave a comment, tell me what you thought about it, tell me comments about what your favorite commercials are, what your most hated commercials are, what you hate about commercials, period, and all that other stuff. You know, get a conversation started. And time for my commercial part of this video, if you didn't know. As you can see on this side, it's prompting you to sit up here and join all my social media stuff and possibly have conversations and do the likes and the follows and all those picture tag things and the social medias. So join my Facebook and the Instagram and the Twitter and the Twitch. Just do all that stuff. You know, it'd mean a lot. It'd be really cool to have you see the post and stuff I do daily or whatever. And also right below that, if you're not a Cereal Bowl, there's a prompting telling you to join the Cereal Bowl Nation, the best nation on YouTube, and welcome new person. And if you join the family, thank you. Much appreciated. So, as I said, once again, thank you all. I'll catch y'all next week, well, Monday, and deuces. Alright, munch.